So, Shannon, will the Packers be able to fix this?
Yeah, I believe they will. I mean, anytime you lose a ball game and you play that opponent again, you look at all the things and where they trapped you at, Skip. They ran a lot of, they blitzed him a lot, but they did a lot of blitzing with their interior linebackers, and they dropped Shaq Barrett, they dropped JPP in pass coverage, and I think that kind of caught the Packers off guard. I think they go into this game with their antenna up, knowing that they're going to get a lot of blitz. That's what the Bucs do. But now I think they have a better understanding of where those blitzes are going to come from. And Rodgers will do a better job of protecting the football. Skip, I think the game just got out of hand. And we saw that last week. The Saints were in control of this ball game until one fateful turnover, and it snowballed from there. And they were never able to gain the momentum. The Packers were in complete control of this ball game. It took a pick six, and then now you all of a sudden, 10 goes from 10-0 to 10-7, and then another pick, almost 6, then all of a sudden it's 14-0, and the Packers were never able to regain control of the ball game, Skip. And also, the Tampa did a great job of making these guys one-dimensional. So now you're one-dimensional. Now they start playing the run game on the way to your quarterback. They got after Aaron Rodgers really good. As Jenny mentioned in the read, this was his only multi-interception game. I don't see them coaxing him into more turnovers in this ball game. And it's hard for me to see a scenario in which Tyler Heineke can go get 23 points against this defense. Drew Brees is injured and as battered as he was, can get 20 points, and somehow Aaron Rodgers is going to get less than that. I just don't see it happen. Give Tampa credit. They did a great job of getting after Rodgers, did a great job of disguising where they were bringing the pressure from, and they got home on occasion. But I don't see that being the case in this situation around.
All I know is the harder I look at what happened on October the 18th, albeit at Tampa in 88-degree weather, cloudy 88 degrees, the harder I look at it, the worse it gets. You can make a case that Aaron Rodgers has never been more befuddled in his career than he was in that game.
Sure.
He had a, by far, season-low QBR of 12. That's on a scale 0 to 100. His next worst QBR for the whole season was a 46 at home against Jacksonville in a game they obviously didn't take very seriously, and they almost got into home trouble against one of the worst teams. Obviously, they got the top pick in the draft, so it became the worst team in pro football.
Right.
But the point is, this is the runaway MVP, and he had one nightmare, and it just happened to be at Tampa Bay. And the harder I look at it, the worse it gets from a strategic point of view, because they did a number on him. And the number was so bad that, to me, I've never seen Aaron Rodgers just fold the way he did after the two near pick sixes. One was a pick six. The next one went to the 2-yard line.
Correct. Both
of those pick sixes, if we could see them, came against blitzes. So, again, a season-high 30.8% of his pass attempts were under pressure. That when he threw a little quick and Jamel Dean just snatched it.
They brought secondary blitz on that situation.
That was a corner blitz.
Yes.
I think the other one, I haven't looked hard at this tape, the second one. No, it's not a corner blitz. The first one was definitely a corner blitz.
They brought Murphy Bunting, or Burning Murphy, I think that's his name. They brought one of those guys.
Murphy Bunting.
Yeah.
And the point is, that's a Mike Edwards, and he takes it down.
It looked like they brought, that might have been Levante David, or that might have been another corner on the other side.
I couldn't really tell.
Yeah.
But the point is that this is Aaron Rodgers, Aaron bleeping Rodgers, who through his career has been the best quarterback in football versus the blitz.
Yes.
He eats it for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. No matter home road, he has always had his way with blitzes. He is delighted. If you want to send extra, he will put extra points up on the scoreboard.
Even when you factor that game in, Skip, he was still one of the top 3 quarterbacks against the blitz, even when you factor that game into it. So clearly, you believe that's a trend. I believe it's an anomaly.
Okay. He's also been devastating against zone defense. And basically, Todd Bowles, for most of that game, played either cover 2 or cover 3.
Yeah.
Cover 3, you got 4 men under. Cover 2, you can have 5 men under.
Right.
So it was pretty simple what they were doing on the back end, because this is just me. I've had a lot of fear and trepidation about how vulnerable and torchable they are on the back end.
Right.
But on this given day, after the first two drives that went Aaron down the field for a field goal and then Aaron down the field all the way home, giving it a little McCringleberry in the end zone when he thought he had scored. He thought he'd scored, but he was actually ruled down at the half-yard line, and Aaron Jones then took it over for the touchdown to make it, to your point, 10-0. But then here we go again. Tampa Bay gets the ball back. Tom goes, that was 3 and out the first time, 7 and out the second time. And then they get the ball back, and it becomes 3rd and 10 at their 22. And he, against a corner blitz, he throws it quick to Devontae on one side, and you know the rest of the story. From that point forward, I'm going to use my line one more time. I watched Aaron Rodgers fold like a lawn chair at a Tampa retirement community.
Okay.
Because he just unraveled psychologically. He lost his nerve. I know you always say Brady under fire. If he gets under pressure, he just loses his nerve and his way in the pocket. Listen, Aaron Rodgers went in the tank.
Can I ask you a question?
In this game.
What was the difference between what Aaron Rodgers did on that Sunday afternoon in 88-degree weather as opposed to what Tom Brady did that Sunday night against the New Orleans Saints? I just want to know the difference.
No difference. Except at least Tom was trying in the second half, and Aaron looked completely hapless and hopeless.
Skip, you told me he gave up. You say the third interception that he threw across his body, he gave up. So how was he still trying if he gave up?
He was just still dinking and dunking. He was trying. Listen, do you realize in Aaron's last 10 possessions of that game, think about this, 10 more times he had the football.
Right.
And I'm starting with the pick six, the near pick six.
Right.
7 of them were punts, and at the end of the half, Sue sacked him, and they just gave up and kneeled out the clock.
Right.
Okay, so the last 8 times you have the football after the 2 near pick sixes, you have 7 punts. You went nowhere. So your numbers for the game end up 16 of 35. That's 46%.
Okay.
This is Aaron Bleepin Rodgers, who led the league in passing percentage, right?
Yes.
71%. He completed 46% against this defense for a grand total of 160 yards, and that includes those first 2 really nice drives that look like Aaron Rodgers.
But Skip, I get that he played bad, but if you look at what Tom Brady did the second time against New Orleans and what he did, so what did they do? Okay. They shored it up. And here's the thing. If you're going to play cover 2, I used to tell TD this all the time, Terrell Davis.
Yep.
If a team is playing us cover 2, which means, like you said, they got eyes in the backfield. They don't want to give up anything deep. They don't want to give anything cheap. That's like, TD, run their ass out of cover 2. Well, if you're going to play cover 2, I'm going to force you to drop that safety down and you're going to have to go single high safety.
Who was number 1 in the National Football League against the run the whole year from start to finish?
Tampa.
And it wasn't even close. Listen. Between Sue and the other run stuffers they have. And listen, JPP and Shaquille Barrett can hold the edge.
They set the edges.
They set, man. It's hard to run on them.
Yes.
And then those 2 backers aren't just good.
They thump. Yeah, they fast. They
They're
flow.
the best duo in football. And so they can mix and match. They can drop into coverage. They can blitz you. They can come after you. Or if you try to run it on them, good luck.
But you're going to have to, Skip. You just can't let them guys play the run on the way to your quarterback because that's a recipe for disaster. That's a recipe for a repeat of the game 1. If you let them do that. So even if you're not getting 5, 6, 7 yards a clip running the football, you need to run it enough to make Todd Bowles know, to make those guys sit in there. I believe the Green Bay Packer line, like, yes, Bakhtiari would definitely help. But I believe this offensive line as a whole has gotten better than what they were when they played Tampa on that Sunday afternoon. Okay. I believe they're better. I think you believe they're better. Okay. They can run the football better also, Skip.
I got it. But I noticed yesterday Pro Football Focus had Bakhtiari ranked as the best. He became the best pass blocker in all of pro football.
I wouldn't disagree.
Okay. All right. He's gone.
Yes.
He was there on October 18th in 88-degree weather, and it didn't help a bit because he seemed as lost as anybody else. They have a very good offensive line. Cleveland's was ranked slightly better, but theirs is very good.
Yes.
But once you take the left tackle out of the equation, I can't see how you can make a case that it's better now without Bakhtiari because it's just not. So did Tampa get any worse? They're getting Vita Vea back, who's another giant run stuffer in the middle. And I don't know if he can go or not. He just came off IR, had a fractured ankle, so I have no idea. But he is cleared to play football this Sunday. So will he help against the run also? My point is, Tampa has been brought to a boil, I think, by Tom Brady's leadership because they have taken off December to remember at Washington, at New Orleans. Here we go at Green Bay. So whatever they are, you're going to get the best of. And I still say this defense is weirdly, it plays up and down to the opposition, the level of competition. Right. So at New Orleans, the second time around, obviously, man, they rose and shone. And it looks like they've taken off because it looks like Devin White is becoming right before your very eyes in his only second year in the league. Mm-hmm. It looks like he's becoming a superstar to me, right?
Yeah, he can play. But I think the thing is, Skip, look, and that's what happens when you play a team, you get an opportunity. And it's easy, and I've said it again, and I hate repeating myself, but when you lose, I believe you have an advantage. Because you know what, Skip? I guarantee you Matt LaFleur is not having to tell guys to watch any extra tape.
Nope.
I'm sure he's not having to tell guys they need to pay attention to detail. He has their undivided attention because he knows what this team did to his team the time before, and the players know. So, and just like Tampa, Bruce Arians didn't have to give no motivational speech. Skip, the man, they beat y'all 38-3 on national TV, and you call timeout to kick a field goal to get that. Mm-hmm. So Bruce Arians didn't have to do a whole lot of talking. He's about, we some tough, you know what, and we just find ways to win games. You didn't have to say a word because you got embarrassed on national television and you didn't want that to happen again. So those guys are going to be highly motivated. It's hard for me to see a scenario that Tyler Heineke and that offense, Washington football team, can go get 23. Drew Brees, as battered as he was, and neither one of those offensive line, the Saints nor Washington football team's offensive line, minus Bakhtiari, is better than the Green Bay Packers. And they get you at their place. I believe the outcome, there's no question in my mind. As a matter of fact, I'm so sure the outcome's going to be different. I want another case.
5?
I want another case.
Okay, we're up to 5 cases.
5 cases.
I got 7
I don't
points.
care. Yes.
5 cases for 7 points.
7.
I got Tampa Bay plus 7.
You got him. You got You got Thomas, Edward, Patrick, Brady, Jr. And if it's a third or a fourth one, you could have him too.
And you've got Mr. Rodgers.
I got him.
Mr. Rodgers, as in he used to be Aaron Rodgers, except against Tampa Bay. Could we see what happened 4 times against Tampa Bay, albeit in 88-degree weather? Can we just see how this looked?
Okay.
Here's the first one. Oops. Aaron, you okay? He doesn't like that.
You see that, Skip? That's Levante David.
I got it.
That's David. That's David.
Okay. Here we go. This is the Sue one. Oh, Aaron. Oh, Aaron didn't sue. He gave him an earful after that one. Aaron, little play action.
David again.
And guess who up the middle? Guess who? Oh, it's JPP.
Here's another corner blitz.
God. You know what? He got hit right in the mouth by Devin White. Did you see that?
Yeah, you see.
I don't think Aaron liked that.
Well, you see what they did? They brought both backers and a corner.
And Aaron's got a little diva in him, and he's got a little pretty boy in him, and he didn't want to get hit in the mouth like that. That's no fun.
Ain't no fun. But you know, Skip, the one thing I don't know, but you know, when it gets cold outside and you're a little older, man, them bones don't the frozen tundra Lambeau Field.
Really?
With them Smith, that law firm get a hold of you, and Kenny Clark.
Yeah.
And Rashawn Gary.
Rashawn Gary, here they come. Can you get there with 4? Can you?
Yeah, don't worry about what we can do it with. We might do it with 2 or 3. But you're going down. What did Al say, Skip? What did he always say? At some point early in the game, the quarterback must go down, and he must go down hard.
Yep, okay. But when you're Tampa Bay and you're hotter than Tampa Bay in August, and you go to Lambeau, you don't feel the cold because you are on fire. Fire.
I want that same energy. That's the energy.
Fire.
I'm going to need that energy on Monday, Skip. That energy that you got right now. You see how you talking all big and bold, chest out?
Yep. So in the back of Aaron's mind right now, he's thinking, God, they got me. They beat the hell out of me. I did not enjoy that. And he might start seeing ghosts. He might start getting a little flinchy. He's talking big and bold, and he's found his bliss. And
you know what Aaron Rodgers is doing right now? Yeah. He record on his list. He said, I'm going to have this many Super Bowl tickets. Let me see who I can invite. Let's see. I think I'm going to invite Madam VP because she's from California.
Yep.
Yeah, Miss Kamala Harris. Yep. Maybe I ask President Biden. He might. That's too much security. So
he'd be interested.
That's too much security, Skip. We gonna have. I mean, even if we invite Madam VP, that's still a lot. So we might have to hold off on them, and we just go see them in the White House. That's what we're gonna do. We gonna plan that. We're gonna go see them in the White House.
Okay.
But he working on the same family member. You know, hopefully I worked out that situation. Mom, Dad, brother. I don't think he's seeing anybody right now. So,
Okay.
Yeah. He's like,
And Lil Wayne, I think, is actually going to dress for that game. He's actually going to come out for the Super Bowl because it's a done deal. He's actually going to come out in Packer uniform, and he might actually play a couple plays.
He told me he want to be on the sideline, but I think Wayne gonna want to be. I mean, standing on the sideline is all fun and good, but eventually, Skip, you want to sit down and really enjoy the game, and have you some, couple of cocktails, some nice wings and some more, nice little.
By the way, my friend Lil Wayne was telling me last week that, I want to be down there on the sideline, being in the spirit of the battle. But then next thing I know, he's up in a suite, right?
Yeah.
It's just.
Now, you don't want that kind of cold little way.
Okay, I got it. So in the end, Tampa blitzed by far the most against Aaron Rodgers on that day.
Than any other team.
Think about this. They blitzed 50% of the snaps through the first 3 quarters.
Yes.
Think about that. Every other snap, all the way through 3 quarters of that, what became a blowout, until it was completely over, and he called off the dogs after 3 quarters. Every other play, they're coming with extra.
That's what's called blitzing someone into submission.
Okay? Blitzed into submission. What does Todd Bowles do? He blitzes.
Yeah.
So they're not going to change how the philosophy. They'll change the how. It will be coming from different places, and I believe Aaron will start seeing ghosts up on Lambeau.
Because they didn't blitz Drew Brees nearly as much as I thought they would, but they said there's no need to. He can't push the ball. He can't hurt us throwing the ball outside the numbers or throwing the ball outside of our head. So what we're going to do, we're going to play straight cover 5, which is 22 man. We're not going to let them inside, and we're going to force them to throw down the middle, but we got backers that can get down there. Devin White, Levante David, they can cover the middle. So we're good. You can't beat us, Drew. You can't. But that guy, number 12 at Lambeau, there's not a blade of the grass on the field that he cannot touch. So you got your work cut out for. I see big. I see big, Skip. I see big. You do what you did. I tell you what, Skip. If you blitz him like you did last time, it's going to get ugly. It's going to get ugly quick.
Really?
Yes.
I see Aaron Rodgers seeing ghosts at Lambeau. He might see the ghost of Lombardi and Horning and
remember, Lazard didn't play last time. Lazard didn't play last time.
Oh. Wow. Oh, you know what? You got me on that. I think I need some more points.
Who put the game away? Who put the game away? Who put the game away last week against the Rams?
I'm scared.
Okay, you will be.
Devontae Adams at Tampa, let's see, he had 10 targets, caught 6 of them for a grand total of 61. How about Aaron Jones? 10 carries for 15 yards? Really? 15 yards. One his long was 7 yards, so he had 9 carries for 8 yards.
But don't worry about all that.
Interesting.
They will have more.
A number got done on the Green Bay offense.
They will have more rush attempts than what they had in the first game, and they will be more successful at running the football. But your days are numbered. You're on borrowed time, bro.
You know, Aaron Rodgers, we're going to talk about this a little later in the show. He is speaking as if it's a foregone conclusion that he is in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I've never heard such
serene
confidence.
That's what I want. I want my leader. If you're gonna stand up in front of us and tell us we finna hit the wall or we finna storm the beach, I need you to have the utmost convince me that you really feel that way and you just not selling me a dream.
Do you know the old cliche, whistling through the graveyard? That's what Aaron's doing.
He's about
whistling through the graveyard because here comes the defense that is as supremely confident as he is, but they're just not speaking it.
Oh, yeah, they are. Yeah, they are. They've been talking all that. They've been talking. They've been doing a lot of chirping lately. They talk about, New Orleans ate a dub on our field, but look where they're going now. They're doing a lot of talking. You know they're doing a lot.
Well, Bruce Arians talks every week.
B.A. talking. One of the cornerbacks, a little IG called Michael Thomas, old slant boy. Y'all doing a lot of talking. But get it out. Go ahead, because after Sunday, ain't nobody listening to you.
Confidence. They know they did a number.
We got confidence, too. The pack is back.
Is it?
Jack?
Yeah, I guess I told you Aaron Rodgers is the comeback player of the year.
Yeah, no comeback player of the year. No, Alex Smith got that. As a matter of fact, they probably going to name the award after Alex Smith.
I don't know. I think it's Aaron.
Don't do that,
After that disaster.
Actually, it might be Tom Brady, considering what he did last year. You remember him in the divisional round of the playoffs?
You remember Aaron in the NFC Championship game last year?
Say it one more time. Where did he go? NFC Championship game?
And what do people call his team? The worst 13-3 team in the history of the NFL.
That's what I want to be. I want to be the brokest billionaire in the world.
Okay.
If Jenny, what does somebody call you? Say, Jenny, you the brokest billionaire ever.
Well, if you're broke, you're broke.
No.
You're broke.
No. There's levels to billionaire status. There's like Jeff Bezos level, and then there's, you got just a billion.
Yeah, it's a different level. Okay, good stuff, guys.
Thank you for watching. You can subscribe here to get the latest from the show, and be sure to check out more of the best clips from Undisputed, or go watch a few other segments from our other shows on FS1.